Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me today. My name is Anshuman Sachdeva, and today I'll be talking about a crucial topic in today's rapidly evolving digital landscape: secure AI model deployment. As AI is increasingly integrated into sensitive systems, securing these models becomes not just a best practice but a necessity. This presentation will guide you through the threats, frameworks, and future directions for deploying AI models securely. For example, think of a medical diagnosis AI model that can predict cancer risk. If it's hacked, wrong predictions could result in fatal consequences or personal data leaks. Let me walk you through what we will cover in the next few minutes. First, we will explore why secure AI deployment is so important today. For example, a healthcare AI system making inaccurate diagnosis can have a life or death consequences. Then we will dive into the current threat landscape facing AI systems. For instance, adversarial attacks on self-driving cars can cause wrong decisions by slightly altering road signs. We will walk through the AI security lifecycle, from development to deployment. Consider how data validation early in the lifecycle can prevent poison data from corrupting a model. I will highlight the key attack vectors that target AI at different stages. An example is model theft by API queries that recreate proprietary AI models. Next, we will discuss proven best practices to secure AI models and data pipelines. For example, applying encryption and strict access control on model storage reduces theft risk. We will also touch on regulatory and compliance expectation in this space. GDPR data privacy rules require organizations to manage AI training data carefully to avoid penalties. To ground it all, I will share few real-world case studies of AI-related breaches. Tesla Autopilot confusion of billboard for traffic signs shows how adversarial conditions can cause failures. Finally, I will provide forward-looking recommendation and discuss emerging trends. Secure multi-party computation is one such trend, enabling collaboration without sharing raw data. And of course, we will leave a few minutes at the end for your questions. This way you can clarify any points or share your experiences. Let's dive in and start with why secure AI deployment matters so much today. So why does AI deployment matter so much today? First, secure AI deployment is no longer optional. It's essential. For example, an unsecured AI in healthcare might misdiagnose patients, leading to harmful treatments. AI systems now extend far beyond chatbots. They influence critical decisions in finance, healthcare, and defense. Think of AI systems approving loans or managing battlefield decisions. Error can have huge consequences. Unlike traditional software, AI relies on data and probabilities, not fixed deterministic rules. This means AI can behave unpredictably, opening new avenues for attacks. For instance, adversaries can subtly manipulate input data to fool AI into making wrong decisions. Threat actors aren't just targeting networks anymore. They are targeting the AI model themselves. They might poison training data to embed hidden malicious behavior in the AI. Or they might expose APIs to steal all manipulated models, like stealing trade secrets. These attacks often happen silently, gradually eroding the AI trustworthiness. Traditional AIT security models don't fully address these AI specific risks. For example, firewall protections won't detect subtle data poisoning or model inversion attacks. Therefore, we need to shift our security mindset from protecting infrastructure to protecting AI intelligence itself. This means safeguarding the data, models, and decision-making processes within AI systems. Imagine securing the brain of AI rather than just its body. Secure AI deployment isn't just a technical challenge. It's about protecting the future of automated decision making. Failure to AI risk harmful decisions, privacy violations, and loss of trust. That's why secure AI deployment must be top priority for every organization using AI today. The threat landscape is evolving rapidly, revealing new and complex vulnerabilities. For example, adversarial attacks can subtly tweak inputs, causing AI to misclassify critical signs like a stop sign in autonomous driving. These small changes can lead to dangerous, incorrect decisions by the AI systems. Another threat is model theft, where attackers use public APIs to extract and recreate proprietary AI models. Imagine a competitor stealing your company's valuable AI technology just by querying your service repeatedly. Data leakage is also a major concern. Attackers can infer whether specific sensitive data was part of the training set. This can lead to privacy violation and breaches of regulations such as GDPR. External threats aren't the only worry. Internal risks are growing too. Shadow AI systems created and deployed without formal review. They can bypass critical security controls. For instance, a rogue employee might deploy an unvetted AI model, introducing unknown risk. Insider threats with the machine learning operations pipeline add further complexity to security challenges. These insiders may have privileged access to data and models, which can be exploited maliciously and accidentally. To address these risks, security must focus on both code and data integrity. Access governance is also crucial, ensuring only authorized personnel can interact with sensitive AI assets. Simply securing the infrastructure is no longer enough. The entire AI supply chain, from raw data input to final model inference, must be protected. For example, monitoring every stage can detect suspicious activities or anomalies early. Defending AI means anticipating and mitigating attacks throughout the AI lifecycle. It requires new tools, processes, and mindset tailored specifically for AI systems. Only by taking a comprehensive approach can organizations safeguard AI's power and trustworthiness. Securing AI requires a structured, end-to-end approach designed specifically for intelligent systems. This approach is known as Secure AI Deployment Lifecycle, or SAIDLC. The first stage is data security, where data is carefully cleaned, validated, and anonymized. For example, removing personal identifiable information protects users' privacy during training. Next comes model security, focusing on robustness testing to ensure the model resists attacks. Version control is also critical here. Tracking changes to model helps prevent unauthorized modifications. Additionally, model must be stored securely to prevent theft or tampering. The third stage is pipeline hardening, securing the CI/CD process with tools like code signing. Approval gates ensure that only reviewed and tested code or models get deployed. During deployment, strong access controls and network isolation reduces exposure to threats. Encryption of data and model waste further protects intellectual property and sensitive information. The final stage, monitoring. It involves continuous observation of AI systems. This helps detect model drift, where the AI's behavior changes unexpectedly over time. It also uncovers anomalies and unauthorized access attempts early. Together, these stages create a life cycle that is proactive, not just reactive. Much like traditional secure software development, SAIDLC integrates security from design through operations. This layered approach helps catch vulnerabilities before they cause harm. It also builds trust by ensuring AI systems behave reliably in the real world. Following SAIDLC is essential for responsible, resilient AI deployment. It sets the foundation of securing AI throughout its entire life cycle. Let's take a closer look at how AI models faces attacks at different stages. First, inference time attacks. It involves feeding the model carefully crafted inputs. For example, altering a few pixels in an image to make an AI misclassify a stop sign. The next are training time attacks, such as data poisoning, where malicious data is injected through training. An attacker might insert backdoors that cause the model to behave incorrectly when triggered. Another technique is model inversion, where attackers reconstruct sensitive training data just by querying the model. For instance, reconstructing private patient information from a medical AI system's output. In a large LLM model, API abuse is an increasing threat. Attackers might flood API endpoints to cause denial of services or craft prompts to extract confidential data. These attacks are especially dangerous because they are often stealthy. They mimic legitimate user behavior, making them difficult to detect with traditional security tools. Unlike static ID systems, AI models continuously learn and evolve from data inputs. This creates a dynamic attack surface that changes over time. Defending AI requires new detection methods tailored to this evolving environment. Traditional firewalls and antivirus software aren't enough to protect AI intelligence. Instead, we need techniques that monitor model behavior and detect subtle anomalies. For example, anomaly detection can flag unusual model outputs or access patterns. Securing AI means understanding how its intelligence can be exploited, not just protecting code. It's a shift from static defenses to adaptive, intelligence-focused security. Only by embracing this we truly safeguard AI systems in today's complex landscape. So how we defend AI systems against these growing threats? It begins with applying zero trust architecture across the entire AI pipeline. For example, never assume that any component from data ingestion to inference is inherently safe. Every piece must be verified and secure before it's trusted. Techniques like differential privacy helps protect sensitive data by adding noise to prevent re-identification. Federated learning allows AI models to train collaboratively without sharing raw data, reducing exposure. Before deploying models, conduct adversarial robustness testing to check their resistance to manipulation. For example, testing an image recognition model against adversarial images to ensure accuracy. Protecting intellectual property is crucial. Encrypt model ways to keep them safe from theft. Running model inside confidential computing environments prevents unauthorized access during runtime. These steps stop model tampering and theft before they can happen. Just like traditional IT systems, monitoring AI model continuously is critical. For example, watch for model drift where AI behavior changes unexpectedly over time. Also monitor for misuse, such as unauthorized API calls or suspicious activities. Establish a strong incident response loop, tailored specifically for AI threats. This ensures quick detection, investigation, and mitigation of AI security incidents. Treat your AI models, training data, and deployment pipelines as first-class security assets. For instance, use strict access controls and logging on AI development environments. Defending AI requires a proactive and layered security approach. Only then can organizations confidently deploy AI systems that are resilient and trustworthy. AI regulation is rapidly gaining momentum across the globe. The EU AI Act introduces tiered risk categories, applying strict rules to high-risk applications like biometrics. For example, facial recognition systems used in public spaces face tighter scrutiny under this law. In the US, the NIST AI risk management framework offers voluntary guidance but is quickly becoming an industry standard. Many organizations follow it to demonstrate responsible AI practices and build trust. Meanwhile, existing laws like HIPAA, GDPR, and CPA already govern the data used in AI systems. For instance, GDPR mandates strict privacy protection for European citizens' data even when used in AI models. These regulations demand more than ticking off compliance checklists. Organizations must ensure auditability, meaning they can track and review AI processes. They also need explainability, showing how AI decisions are made in understandable terms. Traceability is required too, to know what data was used and who assessed the system. For example, banks use AI for credit scoring must document and explain decision to regulators and customers. This level of transparency is no longer optional. It's becoming mandatory. Regulatory pressure is reshaping how AI is designed, deployed, and managed. Security, privacy, and accountability must be embedded at every layer of the AI stack. Organizations must integrate these requirements from data collection to model deployment. Failure to comply can lead to hefty fines and damage to reputations. Compliance efforts also improves overall AI reliability and user trust. Staying ahead of evolving regulations is a critical part of AI governance today. In short, responsible AI means aligning innovations with legal and ethical standards. Let's explore some real-world cases where AI security fell short. Tesla Autopilot struggled in adversarial environments, misinterpreting a billboard as a traffic sign. This caused the vehicle to make unsafe driving decisions, highlighting risk in perception AI. Microsoft chatbot Tay quickly became toxic due to lack of moderation and misuse controls. Within hours, it began generating offensive content, damaging company's reputation. Meta's large language model Waze were leaked online, exposing sensitive intellectual property. This leak showed that even academic research needs robust IP protection measures. These incidents weren't just caused by bugs or coding errors. They exposed deeper issues in governance, oversight, and organizational security culture. For instance, Tesla could have implemented more rigorous environment testing and safeguards. Microsoft might have benefited from stronger content filtering and usage monitoring of Tay. Meta needed tighter access controls and encryption to protect model assets. In each case, better red teaming could have identified vulnerabilities before deployment. Continuous usage monitoring might have caught misuse or anomalies early. These examples prove that securing AI involves more than just algorithms. It requires strong processes, governance, and people-focused security practices. Security must be embedded throughout the AI development lifecycle. Waiting until after deployment is addressed risks is too late. Learning from past incidents helps organizations build safer, more resilient AI systems. By addressing these technical and cultural gaps, we can prevent similar failures in the future. So what does the future of secure AI look like? We will see wider adoption of security, multi-party computation, and federated AI. For example, hospitals might collaborate on patients' data analysis without ever sharing raw data. AI supply chain security will become a critical focus area. Tools like AI bills of materials will help track every component and dependencies in AI systems. These transparency will help organizations quickly identify vulnerabilities in third-party components. For large language models, watermarking and prompt protection will become a standard. These measures guard against misuse and theft of valuable intellectual property. Organizations will also increase investments in AI red teaming, simulating attacks to find weaknesses. For instance, a financial firm might stress test its fraud detection AI against sophisticated adversarial inputs. These practices will shift from experimental to essential, especially in high-risk sectors. Expect closer integration of AI security with traditional cybersecurity frameworks. For example, security operation centers like SOCs will open AI systems alongside networks and endpoints. There will be growing focus on explainability, ensuring AI decisions can be understood and trusted. Trust and accountability will become key pillars of AI governance. Security won't be just defend AI. It will actively influence how AI evolves and scales. Future AI systems will be designed security built in from the ground up. This secure by design approach will help prevent many current vulnerabilities. The future of AI is intelligent, adaptive, and more important, secure. Embracing these trends is essential for harnessing AI's full potential safely. To wrap up here, here are some essential recommendations for securing AI systems. Start with security by design, embedding protections from the very beginning, not as an afterthought. For example, incorporate threat modeling during the initial AI development phase. Leverage red teams to rigorously test and harden models before deployment. A red team might simulate adversarial attacks to identify weaknesses in an image recognition model. Ensure your AI governance aligns with broader cybersecurity and enterprise risk management strategies. For instance, include AI risk assessments in your organization's overall risk framework. Treat AI model like software. Track their lineage and changes throughout their life cycle. Use secure repositories, strict version controls, and comprehensive audit logging to maintain integrity. This helps trace who made changes and when, and improves accountability. Prioritize transparency and accountability in all AI processes. For example, maintain documentation explaining how AI decisions are made. Invest in continuous monitoring to detect anomalies and threats early. This might include automated alerts for unusual model behavior or access patterns. Build cross-functional teams to bridge gaps between data science, security, and compliance. Collaboration ensures all perspectives are considered in AI security planning. Regular training and awareness programs helps keep teams up to date. Following these steps create a strong foundation for resilient AI deployment. Resilient AI systems build user trust and reduce risks. Implementing these best practices will help your organization safely harness AI's power. That brings us to the end. Thank you for your attention. AI will only be as trustworthy as the systems we build to protect it. We must treat AI security as a foundational requirement, not a nice to have. I will not take any questions, and I will say security is not an afterthought. It's a foundation for trustworthy AI. Thank you.